Hi, my name is Andre, and I will introduce you to HarePoint workflow extensions for SharePoint 2010 workflow platform. This product empowers SharePoint Designer with additional custom actions, and currently it provides over 340 custom actions for SharePoint Designer. The product installation is very quick and simple. The product has the automatic installer. So you run it and it installs all the components automatically across all the servers in your SharePoint farm. So the installer needs to be started on one of the web front-end servers as the farm administrator. And the product has only server-side components to run the workloads. All the workloads are created in the same way as they've been created earlier with SharePoint Designer, so there's nothing special about it. And you can also configure how the workloads should be started in SharePoint Designer. If we look at the list of the workflows, you can see that there are 19 categories of workload actions available. You can see some of the categories are marked as free. It means that they are available free of charge, so you don't even need to purchase the product to use these actions. If you just install the trial version, and when the trial expires, the actions from these three categories would still be available in the product. This is how the product looks like in SharePoint Designer. So if we go to Actions tab, we can now see these 19 categories from our HarePoint workflow extensions. And I will quickly review the actions available from each of these categories. So first one is Active Directory. It provides actions to interact with AD. So you can create or delete users, you can create groups in AD, you can update user profiles in AD, you can retrieve user properties, and so on. So it supports almost all possible actions with Active Directory. Next category is Administration. This covers many features available for SharePoint itself, like creating sites, creating site collections, deleting site collections, activating, deactivating features. You can also create SharePoint users, SharePoint groups. You can change site properties, and so on. Next one is Arrays. Arrays is a freeware category. It contains a set of very basic but very helpful actions to work with arrays. You can create an array. You can add items to an array. You can get the number of items in an array, and so on. Date and time is another freeware category. It provides conversions between dates or between times. Specifically, you can calculate interval between dates in it could be in hours and minutes, in seconds and days. You can get only working time between specific dates, and so on. Development is a category that has a set of extremely powerful actions. These are execute custom code action. You can execute any custom C# code just from a workflow. So if you have a C# code, you can just put in into your workflow, and the workflow will execute that code. Another action is execute PowerShell script. It works in the same way. You can run any custom PowerShell script or PS1 file from a workflow. As you can imagine, PowerShell is nowadays extremely powerful, so a wide range of possible tasks can be covered with this action. Next one is execute SQL command. So this allows you to run any SQL command. So basically, you can put anything you need here. So it's not only Simple select statements. This could be anything more complex than that. This could be insert or joins or whatever you might need here. Then you specify the connection string to connect to your SQL server. So this can interact with any SQL server that is technically accessible from web front-end servers in your SharePoint farm. So it's not only that SQL instance that hosts SharePoint content databases. That can be any other server as well. We support Microsoft SQL databases, but also some other databases, specifically Oracle. Development category also has actions to work with XML files, so you can query XML files, transform or update them. Document conversion category provides a document conversion from a Word document to PDF. This is the first action here. You can also convert all the documents in a folder to PDF. Next one is very popular action that we have is convert infopath form to PDF. Next category is document library. It has a wide range of actions to work with document libraries. You can copy and move document. This action works across the entire SharePoint farm. It's not limited to current site collection, like the standard action in SharePoint Designer. So you can copy and move document to any other location, even to a different web application or to a different site collection in SharePoint. Next category is email. It allows you to send emails with various types of attachments. That could be list item attachments, document attachments, file attachment from a local drive. This could be infopath form. There could be multiple attachments. Quite a new action here to send an email with Word document as the body of an email. So you can create a Word document and format it the way that you need, and then this Word document will be used as the body of an email. It won't be sent as an attachment, but just the email body itself would be exact as the Word document here. Or you can send email without any attachments, but even this action is more advanced than the standard action in SharePoint Designer to send emails, because with this action you can specify blind carbon copy addresses, and you can also use alternative SMTP server if it's needed, because all applications in SharePoint and the standard actions to send an email in SharePoint Designer, by default they use standard settings for outgoing emails in central administration. But in HarePoint workflow extensions, you can override this and specify an alternative SMTP server. With the actions from this category, you can also receive emails from any external IMAP or POP3 server. You can receive all emails or a certain number of them. Let's say you can receive 10, 50 emails from your server. And you can receive them directly to SharePoint list. That is also available. Exchange category is allows you to create calendar items, exchange calendar items like meetings, for example, and set all the options for those calendar events, so that they also will be sent by email. Images category allows you to convert images. For example, if the image is in uncompressed format, you can convert it to a compressed format, to PNG, for example, or to JPEG. You can convert image to PDF. You can convert all images in a folder or in the entire document library. You can flip images or rotate them. You can also resize images, and you can read and set EXIF properties on these images. That might be useful if you work with photos, with actual photos from directly uploaded from cameras. Lists is probably the largest category that we have. It's quite similar to documents category. It provides a large number of actions to work with lists and list items. In the same way, copy list item at URL action works across the entire SharePoint farm. It's not limited to current site collection. You can create lists, you can create list items, you can even create list items on a different farm. You can copy list items to different farm. You can look up for specific list items, and this action will return you the array of the URLs of all matching list items. You can do it with a simple query, or you can use more advanced camel query for more complex lookups. Okay, so next one is network. It allows you to work with FTP server, so you can download or upload documents to FTP. You can send generic GET or POST requests to any web service. So this allows you to interact with any web service using these actions here. Office category is used to work with Word and Excel documents. So with this category, you can do text replacement in a Word document. You can also update picture in a Word document. This refers to so-called content control fields that Word documents may have. These fields can be filled in an automated way. For example, this can be done from a workflow. So you can update picture content control fields and text content control fields using the update Word document action. You can also accept revision changes so that all changes that you've made are applied to the document. And you can read Word document to text if you need, for example, to pull something specific from the document or do some specific text replacement. Permissions category is where you can manage permissions for various objects in SharePoint. This says list and list items. This also works for document libraries and documents. So you can grant permissions or delete them, or set just a set of specific permissions for any item here. With printing category, you can print documents to a physical printer. You can set all the corresponding options here, like a paper size, to which printer that should go, and which pages should be printed, and so on. You can also have watermark inserted into PDF before the documents are printed. Social category is where you can interact with Yammer. We support everything that Yammer API provides, so we have everything that's possible. You can send messages to Yammer, you can invite people to Yammer, and so on. This category also provides access to interact with MailChimp. You can create mailing campaigns on MailChimp.org website, arrange them there and design them in a way that you need on their site, and you can just initiate a MailChimp campaign from a workflow, from a single workflow action. With this workflow action, you can publish messages to any social medias using the third-party provider. They allow sending messages to 3 medias free of charge. If you need more, you can purchase subscription on their site. And well, that supports Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or anything else. Or you can send messages to Twitter using just the Twitter API directly. So we have an action for that as well. Strings is the third freeware category. It provides a set of basic actions to work with strings. Still, they are very important. You can extract substring. You can join text from array. So if you have an array, you can join it into text, or you can split text into an array, trim text. You can do text replacement. You can do this replace text action, and you can set, if you want, you can use regular expressions to do the text replacement. So in that case, you can first put this set regular expression options action. So all the options available here, and after this one, you can put the replace text action. Taxonomy category provides actions to work with taxonomy terms, groups, and term sets. It is pretty straightforward. You can create, delete, or update metadata using actions here. And finally, the last one is workflow category. This is where you can start another workflow. As you can notice, you can also start 2010 platform workflow, and you can start the 2013 platform workflow. So in the same way you can terminate them, you can wait for other workflows to be completed. You can wait for the 2010 platform workflow to be completed. You can wait for 2013 workflow to be completed. So this one was the last category that we have. A few words about licensing. So first of all, we provide a trial version. This trial version works for 30 days. Within those 30 days, there are no limitations in the product. You have all the actions available. It works exactly the same way as the fully registered product. So you can create a limited number of workflows so that you can make sure that this product works for you in the way that you expect it to work. When the trial license expires, so it's 30 days. So by the way, if you need the trial to be extended, just feel free to contact us, and we can provide another license fee for another 30 days. But when the trial license expires, you still have the set of freeware actions available. It's those 3 categories that I have mentioned earlier. They have around 32 actions there. Then you can purchase the limited license, where you have, of course, where you still have freeware actions. Plus, you can choose any 5 individual actions, not 5 categories, but just individual actions that will be active. You don't need to decide this in advance. This can be changed at any time later, just in the product settings. So 5 actions. And finally, the full license, where all the actions are available. And currently it's over 340 actions. The product is licensed per number of servers. Well, technically speaking, per number of servers that run Microsoft SharePoint Foundation Workflow Timer service. Usually this service runs on only on web front-end servers, but this may depend on your farm configuration. Well, sometimes this also runs on application servers as well. The idea is that the workflows that you run, they are automatically load balanced across all the servers that have this mentioned service running. So This gives you a technical advantage, this load balancing. So this is why this is why each of these servers needs to be licensed, because there's a possibility that a workflow will be started, will be assigned to this specific server to run by SharePoint. So each of these servers needs a separate license. So a full license costs $1,500 per server, and limited license is $500 per server. This is a one-time payment, and it includes a permanent license. This license will never expire. This also includes 1 year of technical support and version updates. It means that if you have any questions, you can always send us an email or submit a ticket here at the support area. And also 1 year of version updates is included. It means that you can go to download section and download a new version of HarePoint workflow extensions and always keep it up to date. We update this product pretty often just because we have so many actions there, and we constantly make minor improvements to it, because the product has been on the market for over 9 years by now, so we don't expect anything major to come up, but we constantly do minor improvements, and we add new actions from time to time. So specifically when we talk about HarePoint workflow extensions, we definitely recommend to be able to install the latest version and to keep it up to date. So the first year of maintenance and version updates is included in this price, and the further years cost 30% of the initial payment. So if we look at, for example, if you look at the full license for one server, that would be $450 for the second year of tech support and maintenance. So you will have 1 year to decide whether you need this or not. If you decide, if for some reason you decide you don't need this, the license is still permanent, and you will be able to use the product, the currently installed version of the product for as long as you need. So no functionality will be blocked after this. So this was my short introduction to HarePoint workflow extensions for the 2010 workflow platform. If you have any further questions, we're very welcome to send them to us.